What up, guys? I am Dirty Ho Gardens, and today we got another calling them out video for you. Today we're gonna learn a little bit from this handsome gentleman here, 420 scene. This beautiful hair and blue glasses. They're mirrored glasses, and I think he wears them because he scripts his YouTube videos, which is, I mean, who cares about that? That's fine. Why you need to hide that? He's very good. Can't grow weed worth his shit, but he's excellent marketing. This guy actually makes a living making YouTube videos on how to grow cannabis, and he doesn't know how to grow cannabis. Like, he makes a living. I think this is all he does, is makes videos on growing cannabis, and he doesn't know how to grow cannabis. God bless America. But he's gonna teach us a little bit about drying and curing today. So let's have a listen.
Cupboard or closet, and if you're short on space, you can even hang your stuff inside a cardboard box. Just make sure that you poke some holes in the box, you know, for some air to circulate. It's kind of a no-brainer there, right?
Yeah,
You'll want to dry your flowers around 65 to 74 degrees and 35 to 55% relative humidity. I like to keep it around 30-35%. I know the Skittles was around 33%.
33%? What the fuck are you talking about, brother? 33%. You're drying at 33%. You're going to be done in 2 days. You're going to have a 2-day dry. He likes to dry at 33%, he said. And this man makes a living on YouTube making videos on growing cannabis. That's mind-boggling to me. That is ridiculous. There is, you don't want to be at 33% humidity drying cannabis. You're going to be done in fucking 2 days, 3 days, 5 days tops. Crazy talk.
And that's what I like to keep the temps and humidity at personally, and I've had good success with drying. Not too quick, but not too slow either, and some...
Not too quick. Well, what is too quick? I would like to know. What is... How much quicker, if you're at 33%, how much quicker could you get? I mean, my D-hue doesn't even get that low. It doesn't even have a setting that low. I don't know where he's at, but I don't think he's in the desert. Like, I could see if you were in Arizona, Nevada, your RH is 15% or something. Colorado even. But my D-hue doesn't even go that low. Like, I couldn't get, I don't know.
Some growers like to keep the temperature at the higher end of the spectrum during the first 3 days to dry their flowers a little faster before drawing the temperature back down to slow the process. You'll know your flower.
So he likes to keep his temperature a little higher to dry even faster. So he likes it hot. He likes it hot and no humidity. He wants that fucking shit done quick. He's in a hurry. You know why he's in a hurry? Because he has no weed, because he can't grow. People that can grow have so much fucking weed, they don't know what to do with it. I have so much weed, I don't know what to do with it. I throw some of the shit away. Like, I got too much. Like, I gotta make room. I need jars. Sometimes I'll throw shit away because I need an empty jar. I only have so many jars. You know? Like, I don't need to hurry up the cure time. Because I know how to grow. And I'm coming out my fucking ears in cannabis.
Flowers are ready to be cured once their stems snap easily. Like, you just bend the twig. If it snaps easily, I mean, you know, it's pretty much done. You're good to go. And this can take up to 2 weeks. For me personally, I know a lot of people say 2 weeks, but for me, about 5 or 6 days, and I think that's pretty good. If it's drying
5 or 6 days. Now that's more like it. You're not gonna. He's not gonna last 2 weeks at 35%. I don't even think it's gonna last 5 days, to be honest. He says 5 days, but at 35%, I don't know. Like, I've never obviously tried to dry that low, but I couldn't imagine it would take 6 days. 5 days at the very top. And he's gonna have hay. That's way too quick. That is way too quick. It's gonna smell like fucking hay. It's gonna be fucking boof.
in 3 days, I think that's a little bit too quick. I think 5-6 days, I think that's pretty good. You know, but it all depends on your temperatures and humidity levels that you're drying your flowers at. So now let's talk about the curing, and curing is something that's super underrated. I feel like
Okay, I can't. I made this little drawing. So here we have, this is the tent in the red. Let's pretend in the red here is a tent. These are my plants. This is my phenomenal artwork. These are my plants hanging. Inside my tent, I have my AC Infinity fan on here, and it's set at 60% humidity. Okay? So when this tent gets to 61% humidity, my AC Infinity fan kicks the fuck on. And it says, we're over my 60% threshold. I'm turning on. I'm going to expel this humidity right out this fucking vent. Boom. My lung room, this area of my basement, I have a DHU set to 45%. 45, I think 45 is the lowest it goes. So it's set to 45. It's in between 45 and 50 usually, my basement. This is the air on the outside. So when this air sucks out, this lower humidity sucks back in and keeps it at 60% humidity. And I like to keep it in the 60s for temperature Fahrenheit, in between 60 and 68. I like to keep it under 68 if I can. Sometimes I can mostly keep it under 68. That's a little harder for me to keep it at 60 degrees, but do your best. I think that's not quite as crucial as the humidity. Humidity is very crucial. You got to focus on that. But what I'm creating in this tent is almost a humidor, like they do for cigars. Like, it's this constant 60% humidity, 60-ish degrees, and you could almost keep these plants in there indefinitely if you can keep this the setting of 60 and 60. But what's going to happen is, as these plants start to dry out, now your tent's going to be, say, you're going to look and it's going to be like 59% humidity, 58. And now your fan's not kicking on anymore. Your plants aren't drying out and producing that water content. And your tent's going to start to slowly come down off that 60%. When that happens, now it's time to take those plants and buck them off and put them in a 5-gallon buckets. That's what I do. Once this tent is now at 59, I come down and I see it's at 59, and it's not, this fan isn't kicking on anymore. Now it's time to take this plant, bucket, meaning I'm going to take the bud branches off the stem. Each plant, I usually have 4 plants. I'm going to put them in 5-gallon buckets, 1 plant per bucket. Okay? With the good those good seal lids on those 5-gallon buckets. I forget what they're called. I'll post that here if I remember. But I'm going to buck these off and put them. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting them in a smaller space, a smaller airspace. Okay, I'm bucking them off here and putting them in 5-gallon buckets, and I want to keep it at 60% still. And usually they're going to kind of settle in between 55 and 60 degrees. I can keep them in the 5-gallon buckets, curing pretty much until I need to use it. Okay, if I get a little low, what I normally do is I kind of just let them hang out in the 5-gallon buckets until I need them, honestly. And then I'll do like an ounce or two at a time as far as my trim goes. And then when I trim, they go into the glass mason jars. And that's how you get a good, proper, slow, everything kind of gels together slowly. The inside of the bud dries out to the outside. Everything's kind of congealed together, and it's just a beautiful, slow cure. It's fucking perfect. So these guys on YouTube that don't know how to grow weed, that are making a living, they don't know how to grow weed. Now, what you can learn from these guys is marketing. Guys like this, Rob from CLTV, they can't grow worth a shit. But these motherfuckers can market. They can sell. They're salesmen, really, is what they are. And that stuff you can learn from them. This stuff, I'm not good at this stuff. I can learn this stuff from these guys. They can't teach me a fucking thing about growing, though, because they can't grow with the shit. I can grow some weed. This stuff, I'm not so good at. But the growing the weed, I can grow some weed. So, I guess that's about it. I mean, if you want to see some more of this, give me some links in the bottom. If you're scrolling through YouTube and you see some bullshit, you see some fucking idiots posting some bullshit, bro science stuff that needs to be called out, post a video in the comments below. We'll go through it. Give me some ideas. I love doing this kind of shit. There's a lot of it. We got many more to come. So give me a comment, like, and subscribe. We're going to be doing this a lot. So until next time, have a good weekend.